Let's do this. Hey, it's Tuesday night's Total Schmidt Show. How you doing? Welcome back to the show. We've been inconsistent as of late. This is the back end of season 2. We've had quite a few tech issues. I've been trying to fix those as much as possible. But I think we got them fixed. I think we're going to finish strong, and because of that, I have a little twist here. First of all, if you like the video, you know what, even before you like the video, hit a thumbs up. Do that for me real quick. Hit that before you realize you don't like the video. And also subscribe to the channel if you get a chance. Do that for me, I'd really appreciate it. Helps me out immensely. If you look above me, there's information how to follow us on socials, how to do all that good stuff, and to support the channel and all that good stuff. I had mentioned that today's episode is going to be episode 100 with Patrick Duffy, who I've had on the show before. This was the end of season 2, 100, but I think we're going to extend it and go till the end of October. We'll wrap up, and we won't do any episodes in November. That'll be the new structure moving forward. This show will kick off again the first week of December and go all the way through the end of October of next year. And that's how we're going to do it moving forward. It's a little bit easier, I think. And we'll try to be more consistent as much as possible. We have had some issues with the kids at Westview. It's a long story, but it will be cleared up during the hiatus. And next year we'll be back with a new season ready to go. But today is Patrick Duffy. You have seen him before. Music extraordinaire, great, the piano man. He does works piano bars. He does he's actually composing a movie right now as we speak, and he did my theme song. Actually, he's a great friend of mine. I got to have him on the show again. I went up to Ventura to spend some time with him when he was playing, and that's where I shot this particular episode. So sit back and enjoy my conversation with the one and only episode 100 of Total Schmidt Show, Patrick Duffy. Fucking, we're in. What's up?
Awesome.
Dude, thank you, man.
You made it.
Dude, good to see you. It's been a chaotic day, but I'm glad I made it here. I'm sorry about your hangover, but I wish...
What hangover? I don't drink.
So, you're here for the weekend, man.
Yeah.
This will be cool. This should be fun.
It's awesome. I like coming out here once in a while. It's a nice break from Vegas.
Yeah. And you know, how often do you do this gig, maybe?
Once every couple months.
What now? We were talking because X Games are here.
Yeah.
How's that affecting your? You said it was kind of slow last night.
Yeah, last night was kind of slow. We had one good party. Then people come in later at night. The show's 8 to 11, so.
Right.
But I heard tonight's packed.
Oh, good.
So,
right on.
Yeah, we'll see. I tagged Tony Hawk, told him to come sing with us.
Is he here?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, maybe that's cool. Oh, right on.
He probably deleted it. Sorry.
He probably, even if he saw it, like he's going through his messages going, Patrick Duffy, I'm going to go.
Dallas.
I'm going. Why not? How's Vegas going? Are you still in New York?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I got every Sunday.
Yeah.
And then pick up throughout the week. Different people call out. Someone gets sick. One of the bartenders the other day told me, it's like, we haven't seen you in a while. What are you up to? What are you doing? I was like, I'm sitting home waiting for someone to get fucking sick. It's like, sorry, we'll just put some eye drops in the drinks.
Yeah, we'll take care of that for you. We'll get a little iodine. Get them all messed up.
But they're great there. The staff is awesome, and I get along really well with everybody there.
Yeah.
So,
well, dude, it's a great gig, man.
Yeah.
Every time I've been over there, and everybody that goes over there talks about it, man. For a piano bar, it's perfect.
It's one of the best ones in the country, I think.
Yeah.
One of the best brick and mortar ones.
Right.
People have shows that they travel around and stuff. But
well, there's a lot to say too, because it's Vegas. It's in the middle of everything. There's so much stuff going on in that casino. You know what I mean? And there's a line to get in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's,
and they run a tough. Remember the first time I went there, I went to the wrong area and I got yelled at.
Yeah. The seats are premium.
Yeah.
You can't sit down.
No, I couldn't. That was the deal. I was like,
you can't sit for free.
All right, that's okay. I'm like, and it's funny because I'm like, especially when I go to see another entertainer, I'll follow whatever rule. I'm like, where do I go? What do I do? I get it. But the guy kind of yelled at me. I'm like, dude, I'm good. Tell me where to go. You can't have a chair.
I'm so sorry.
I don't want a chair. I'm good, man. Tell me what to do. You tell me what you need, and I follow your lead.
Morgan Wallen, grab the chair and just throw it.
Are you, so ships are pretty much out, right?
Yeah. It got old.
Yeah.
Doing it months at a time was just kind of...
Months at a time is too much.
Yeah, a couple weeks is fine.
Right.
But going on and always being on for 8-9 weeks in a row is... It's tough,
I think most of the piano guys now, at least the ones I don't hang out in the piano bar much anymore.
Well,
You know what? I don't do. Well, you're not there. That's why you're not there. Because on Carnival, I always had a. There was one guy from Ireland that was great. I used to go watch him all the time.
oh, was it
I can't remember his name was Kinney or something, but he was friends with
Colin?
Yeah, Colin, and he had a friend. In fact, I had him and his buddy, his buddy on McCrary. I think his name was, but he was a soloist, and they hung out on the ship. So those are the guys I ended up drinking with every night with those guys. And I was on
The Irish, of course.
Yeah, the Irish, of course. So. But I hung out with those guys. Those are the last times I've been in there, and I haven't been on. I really like the Howl at the Moon, the levity ships,
Yeah.
but I haven't been on those ships in a while. Though I don't do those much anymore. I got one later this year.
I did one. It was okay. It was fun. I did it with my buddy Justin Golan. And,
I love Justin. Where's he at now?
That's a good question. He was in Vegas about a month ago. He stopped by,
Okay.
and then he was on his way up to the Red Piano in Santa Barbara
Right. Okay.
for a couple weeks, and then I think he's got some ships lined up. Maybe.
He's. I know he's married now too.
Yeah.
Is he bringing his wife with him on the ships and stuff?
I don't know. I think that was. I'm not going to speak for them.
Yeah. Right. You're not gonna make the rule. Yeah. Have you bounced out to Chicago at all? They got a pretty good piano bar market out there.
Not in a while.
I
I
talked
know a
to.
couple of those players out
Yeah,
there.
Katie Marquardt is one that I knew well from Norwegian, and Laura, I can't remember Laura's last name, but they played. I think there's a place on the on Navy Pier that's downtown.
Okay.
That's really hot, and then there's a place in the suburbs right by where I played the Zanies, where I do shows. There's a place there. I can't remember what it's called. Maybe it's called the Red-Headed Piano Bar. Or it's called something.
Maybe.
But it's dueling. It's dueling
Okay.
there. You know what I mean? And I met a bunch of those guys. So
I know there's a big market out in the Midwest
yeah.
for dueling pianos.
Yeah. Well, it's a good draw out there.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of draw California would be for it. You know?
I don't think there's a whole lot out here. There's a couple
Right.
up in near San Francisco, a couple down by down by LA.
Yeah.
This being not by LA.
Not
Right?
it was LA-ish.
LA-ish. Sounds like an airport.
How do you like? How's it going? How do you like it, man? How do you like working the crowd and stuff? Is it still fun?
Yeah. Yeah, that's my favorite part.
Yeah.
Just talking shit to people.
Yeah. No, that's got to be the coolest part.
Yeah, because you play the same songs every night, and it's
It's the same songs every night.
it's all the interaction with people.
Yeah.
It's,
Well, it's so similar to what I do. That's why we got along well
Yeah.
early on. I think is the exact same format.
Yeah.
You know pretty much where you're going, or you get to a second or third song, and you can tell by your reaction from the crowd. You go, oh, well, now I know if I do Where's Alice in 3 songs, they're gonna dig that.
Right.
For sure. They'll be up for that song. They'll be up for that song. They'll be up for that. It's just like bits.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this crowd's gonna love this, and this.
Well, and then you have your established bits, like all the piano bar bits people know from over the years,
Right.
and then you just make it up as you go. You change shit, and
Right.
I think that's what people like the most
Right.
is the differing aspects of it instead
Yeah.
of going to see the same show over and over again.
Well, I think it adds spice to it because, like you said, so many piano bar guys. You're always getting. We always talk about this. Sweet Caroline and music, piano bar, yeah, and all the same. You know what I mean? People yell it when they walk into the bar. You're just like, oh god.
Yes.
And I'm always amazed that people don't get that you have to do it every night.
Well,
You know what I mean?
called it last night. It was a big table party, and they started writing down the requests. I was like, just don't. I bet that says Piano Man. Don't do it. She's like,
Just you can run
know.
just throw it away. All of them.
yeah, it's you have to play Piano Man. You're the Piano Man. No, not really.
We don't really have to do anything.
No. Write down didn't look up Billy Joel's other songs.
Yeah.
Someone did last night. I was like, son of a bitch.
Great. Now I got to play this one.
But they were into it. I think if you establish right off the bat that it's interactive and you pick on them a little bit, then they're going to be with you the entire night. If you just go up and start playing songs, there's a disconnect.
Right.
And it kind of, I don't know if it alienates them, but it's, at that point, it's more of a look at me thing instead of a you guys are part of the show.
Right. Well, I think it's the same. What's similar is when if you don't interact with the crowd, you're almost like background music.
Yeah.
You're basically a venue for them to scream and sing along.
Right.
Which is what they're doing anyway. But if you get to mix it up and change it, then that's how they remember it. Then now it's a memorable evening as opposed to just, you know, I mean, you could stay at home and play the songs and sing them out loud all day. You know.
Exactly. Yeah. It's about the same amount of fun as doing it in a venue, not interacting with people.
Right. And I say this till I die. Live entertainment is 100 times better.
Yeah.
It's just great. It's in the moment. It changes. You know, stuff happens. How many times does stuff happen off the top of your head and you're like, oh man, that was brilliant. You know, everyone's like.
You try to remember it later, and you're like, "Shit, what did I say?"
Yeah,
how did that present itself?
This is why I record everything. I was like, "What did I do in that one show? What did I say?"
That's smart.
Yeah, no,
Start doing that.
Yeah, no. Every once in a while, I'll be written. I grab my phone, and I'm always like, I'll think of an idea and say something.
Yeah.
So I record stuff constantly. But the second I don't, I'll spend 20 minutes going, how did that go again? How did I get there? What did I say? What made
I used to be I have an idea. It's like, oh, I'll remember that later. I'll write it down later, whatever. And then you forget.
You don't. Yeah, you don't remember.
Yeah, I love the notepad and the voice memo on the iPhone.
Dude, the only problem is I always tell a story. I put them on there, but the longer the memo is, the drunker I know I am when I, I'll look at the memo and I go, this one's 20 minutes. I go, oh, this is going to be horrible. And it's just me and my friends. And there's nothing in there redeemable. Nothing. So I almost just delete them. I'm like, I can't listen to this.
Yeah, it's embarrassing for yourself.
I'm embarrassing myself sitting in a hotel, right?
I've done that drunk before, written down stuff. Like, this is great. This is awesome. I read it the next day. I'm like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, what was I thinking? I know guys that write high. They get really high and they write.
Really?
There's a couple of guys who go, that's when I write all my material. And I tried it, and I read it the next day. I go, none of this is workable.
Makes no sense.
This is stupid. It doesn't fit me, you know. I'm like talking to peanut butter sandwiches and stuff, and it's just, you know, it makes no connection. My stuff is so reality based that if I get too far off in the left and right field, it's too weird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you gotta not be high to write shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't perform high either. I perform high
Really?
A real show once. Like I've done open mics or 5-minute sets or whatever, but a full show because I'm so high energy and stuff.
Yeah.
And then the whole time my mind is just like, you're a lie. You're a lie. You suck. You're not. They don't think you're funny. Just every joke. And then I'm forgetting what I did. I mean, it's just I can't do it.
Yeah.
I know guys that do it all the time. I can't. I can't.
I think you get in a routine. Like I can play drunk. I can't make words. You know.
Yeah.
Me.
I've seen you. Yeah, you play great drunk. And that is kind of a hum-along.
Sing us. No.
Now, you got to deal with. Were they sending you shots last night? Was that what was happening, or you just drank on your own?
I'm just hanging out.
Okay.
Have a couple of vodka sodas.
Dude, I'm always when people send you shots, man. Like when I saw you in New Orleans, that time I saw you in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Sure, we got hammered that night. We went to the other bar afterwards. Remember? Because afterwards there was a place down the street. We got these daiquiris or something.
Was it the hand grenades?
Yeah, was it?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, because I just stayed up all night and then flew the next day. So, dude, you bring out the worst in me. I almost didn't come down here today.
I'm trying to not do that.
Yeah.
I've been way better about it.
Good. Well, so have I. So let's try.
Well, when you came to Vegas last time, I wasn't there.
Yeah, we didn't get hammered last time. I guess no, it was good. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I can't drink. I can't do that anymore, man. I can't drink like that.
Me either.
Trying to get stuff done, you know.
Well, especially a 5-hour drive.
Oh, dude, that'd be the worst. I mean, that would be terrible.
Yeah.
What? And you are playing tomorrow night?
Yep, New York.
Dude, I love the fact you're in Vegas, man. I would love to have a ground zero where I was every week, and you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's a nice change.
Yeah.
Instead of because for a couple of years after I left the ships, I was jumping around city to city, and
Right.
you know, you don't have time to unpack before you got to repack and
Right. So what's the point of unpacking?
show up, shower, do the show, sleep, wake up, go again.
Yeah.
And it's nice to be in one spot.
Do you know how many times I've gotten up in a hotel room at night and forgot what room I'm in? Like I have to turn on the
Same.
lights to look around and go, "Where's the bathroom?"
Yeah.
And, you know, otherwise I'm walking into walls and stuff because you move around so much. And when people ask me what's your hotel room, I'm like, I can't. I never remember.
I was on a Broadway tour like 10 years ago, and we were in Boise, Idaho, and I couldn't remember my hotel room.
Yeah.
We
Yeah, it work.
went out, we had the opening party, it was open bar. We went back to the hotel, and I'm like calling my roommate, the guitar player in the band. I'm like,
Where?
where do we live?
Where?
He slept with earplugs in.
Oh no!
And one of those masks.
Oh, dude, like white noise,
So I'm like,
silenced out.
Please answer me. Sitting
Please,
in the
I need
hallway in the
help.
fetal position.
Oh no, dude, I do it with cabins every week. I do it always with a cabin, or I'm always trying to walk in the wrong cabin, wrong room. That happens a lot where I'll be jiggling. Somebody open the door and I'll go, dude, I'm sorry, I'm on the other. But yeah, I got a heavy run coming up now. I was just talking to the girls about it for the next up until mid-September. I'm gone. Well, I leave Tuesday. I'll be gone for almost the whole time.
Damn.
And it's 1 week here, 4 days here, 1 week here, 4 days here. But I never come home. I'll spend the night in Roatan one night and then get on another ship.
That's not so bad.
It's not bad, but it's not home.
Yeah.
And there's 1 2-week gig on the Bliss, which is Alaska, which I like. So that's kind of good. But then I come back home. But it's like, it's a lot of bouncing around. So it's like I'll be home for, I leave Tuesday, I'll be gone for 2.5 weeks, and I'm home for half a day. You know.
I understand that.
But like I look at my calendar for next year, I didn't book like that next year. Like I used to book real heavy for like 2 or 3 months in a row. I go, well, I'll just get out of the way and take like 2 weeks off. But I'm kind of getting tired of that. I like to come home every week or two just to be home for a day.
Right.
You know.
I get that. It's nice to, because I've been working so much in Vegas, even, you know, not traveling, and you do 5-6 days, and then you have that one day, and you're sitting there like, this is great.
Yeah.
I don't have to do anything.
No, it's cool, right? 2 weeks ago, I was home for 5 days. And on the third day, I was like, I cleaned the whole house, like every room. I was confused. I was like, I feel like I should be somewhere. You know what I mean? Because then I come home and I always unpack and pack right away. That's the first thing I do. I wash clothes, unpack. So I'm ready. I'm just ready to go. So now I'm just, you know, I don't know. I got plans to go out.
You can't start watching a TV show because then you got to finish it. You can't start a big project.
Yeah, you budget how you watch. Like I download a bunch of stuff for bringing with me, but I gotta only bring so many things.
Yeah.
Because like I just caught up on Blue Bloods, so I'm totally caught up. I streamed 14 years of Blue Bloods this year, so I caught up on that, and I watched all of some show on Max or whatever, some King Arthur show or whatever.
Oh, nice.
And then I'm watching The Mentalist, but you can't, like, there's other shows I want to watch, but I can't get into that now. I got to finish this first.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I'm on NCIS.
Oh, right on.
The original one.
Okay.
And I'm on the, I think they're putting a new season up soon. So I'm
have you seen them all? Are you caught up, or?
I haven't seen all the different iterations of it, but just the first one.
Okay.
And I'm almost done with that, but that's like my thing now. I wake up, turn that on, go to the gym, come home, watch that.
Right.
Go to work, come home, watch that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'll focus on one show.
Yeah.
That's what I did with Blue Bloods. That's how I caught up on Blue Bloods so fast. And then when I caught up, now I'm like, oh, now I'm caught up. Like, now what do I do? And then you have to think about what show you go into. You know what I was thinking about doing? This is going to take forever. I'm thinking about watching Star Trek chronologically.
Jeez.
Yeah. I just read how to do it. I'm like, I go, that would probably take...
There's got to be a website for that.
It'll take years. There's a whole thing. There's a meme. There's a whole chart breakdown. Yeah. They break it down, all of them. And it's all pretty much self-explanatory. It makes sense, except Discovery does a time jump. So Discovery is the second one. There's the first one the first one is Enterprise. Then Discovery comes after Strange New World, which I started watching a little while ago. And they're going into the third season now. And none of these shows are all the same. And the original one's in the middle of it.
No way.
Yeah, that's what it's all. But then this Discovery is at the very end. So Discovery's at the beginning.
So confusing.
It's really confusing.
I never got into it.
I got into it, man. I really got into it.
Because I know if I jump down that rabbit hole, no one's ever going to see me again.
It's a lot, yeah. That's why I'm afraid to start doing it. Like I have Enterprise downloaded, and I watched a couple episodes, but I don't want to get too into it because I'm like, because like on a day off, I could, or like on a ship, like I'll kill a day in a ship.
Yeah, oh yeah.
We get a day off where I'm like, I'm not going out, I'm not doing shit. And I'll just watch TV all day. It's like a loser thing to do, but I'll just do it. But I'll watch 25 episodes of freaking Star Trek.
That's how I did. How I watched Breaking Bad and Sons of Anarchy.
That was great.
It was on the ship,
dude. That's how I did Walking Dead.
Oh jeez.
I did a whole for a while, but I did.
Pissed me off.
Walking Dead did.
Yeah. Did you see like season 4, and all of a sudden, you're in it now. But it's like, this is so stupid. But now you're in it.
It lost me. It lost me a little farther past that. I think 6, but it was the Whisperers. I think whatever. That was the one that lost me. That season, I couldn't do it anymore. I was like, I just can't.
think the saving grace was Negan coming in with the baseball bat.
Yeah, the Negan thing changed the
Yeah.
stakes a lot. But then after Negan, because before Negan was the governor, and that was kind of interesting.
Oh yeah.
But then after Negan, when they, I forgot his group what they were called, but then came the Whispers, and then I'm like, I just couldn't keep up anymore.
Yeah.
You know, and then it
stopped.
And then it felt like a task.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, and like you said, I mean, I just talked about killing a day watching TV. My time's kind of valuable. I don't want to spend it. I don't want to kill a day watching a show.
I'd rather watch Marvel movies.
Look, if I'm going to waste a day, I'm going to waste a day on something that's worth wasting it for. I'm not going to try to struggle through a show and go, well, maybe it'll catch me after a couple episodes.
I'm on the Boys now.
Oh, I love The Boys.
It's great. I'm pissed that they don't put all their episodes out at once.
Yeah, like do you watch the Bear?
No, I haven't seen that yet.
I just watched that one. Just came out. I watched that too. But I just caught up on The Boys yesterday. Watched both episodes at the airport. Had time to kill. Yeah, I love that show. That's actually a really good show.
Yeah, it's kind of my thing. The dark humor, raunchy
Really
stuff.
dark. No, it's a great dark humor show. It's
Yeah.
perfect. And I like that showrunner because I was a big fan of Supernatural. So Kripke, the guy that runs that show, used to run Supernatural.
Oh no way.
And I kind of like his. He uses they tend to use the same people. Like if you run a show, you see a lot of people from those shows come in.
Okay.
Like The Boys, some of those actors are from Supernatural. Robert Sing, guy who plays Robert Singer, the guy who's in just recently the episode where he cut. How far are you on The Boys?
I'm all caught up, I think.
Okay, the political guy that just cut bait with the.
Oh yeah.
Okay, he was on Supernatural for years.
No way.
Yeah, he played. I think it was. I want to say, his body or something like that. But he was on that show, and they brought in Jensen Ackles who played Soldier Boy. He was the lead on.
No way.
And they're slowly bringing in more and more people. They're talking about bringing in Jason or the other guy, Palinecki. I always mess up his name, but he was on the. His show got canceled on CW. Whatever, but these showrunners tend to use the same guys. And Sons of Anarchy is the same way. That guy is from the Shield writer's house.
Jax?
No, the writer, the show, Kurt Sutter.
Okay.
Kurt Sutter, who was the showrunner on Sons of Anarchy, was a writer on The Shield. And in fact, there's a great, they brought in almost every actor from The Shield. Like every single actor, they brought him in. In fact, the running joke is there's just an article about it. Walton Goggins came in and played the trans hooker.
Really?
Yeah. Did you watch Sons? Have you watched all of it?
It's been a while.
There was a trans hooker on there, and the reason that part became when Sutter and them were talking about, he goes, I don't know how I can get you on the show. Goggins like, the only way you can get me on the show is to put boobs on me. And Sutter thought about it. He was like, I think I can do it. And he made him a trans hooker and got him on the show. And then every other actor was on that show, every single one of them, the leads, all the leads and stuff. But the last one they never got on the show was Michael Chiklis, who was the lead on The Shield. But he was the guy driving the truck that Jax drove into at the end of the thing.
Shit, really?
That was the very end of the show, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it was a cool, because I was a huge fan of The Shield, and then I was a huge fan of Sons of Anarchy because it was so dark.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that was my my hangover remedy.
Sons of Anarchy was your hangover?
Yeah. Yep.
Dude, a buddy of mine, I was at the time was an acting class, and my acting teacher, her son was on that show. Her son played Opie.
No way.
Yeah, and the episode where he got killed, they didn't tell her. She went in for the shoot, and they didn't tell her that it was going to happen. So, and then she didn't tell us because she couldn't tell us anything, right?
Right.
So the day after the episode aired, I came into class and I just looked at her. She's like, "Right?" I go, "Did you even know?" And she's like, "I had no idea." I'm like, "Oh my god, that's so powerful." It was so intense. But Steve, I used to love the show. My buddy Steve hated it. I go, "Why do you hate the show?" And he's like, and he almost ruined it for me. He goes, "Dude," he goes, "think about it. It's a small town in Northern California, and they've got the NRA, gun runners, England, the DEA, all the stuff is happening in a county in a town size of 600 people." And I'm like, "All right, shut up. Shut up. You're ruining for me. You're trying to make sense of a show now."
I just didn't get it because they're all adults acting like kids. Oh, this is my clubhouse.
Yeah,
You
right.
can't come in my clubhouse.
Right. So, do you get back home? Are you getting back home much?
I went back in November, and then I'm going back in September.
Okay.
I'm doing a Billy Joel tribute show in September in Connecticut.
No, you're not. Are you really?
Yes.
Right on. Is it just you or other people?
A friend of mine in Vegas. We're doing a Billy Joel Elton John thing.
Okay.
So he's being Elton, I'm being Billy Joel.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
That's
So
great,
I'm flying
dude.
a few days early, go see my parents, and
Okay.
I'm trying to book a couple gigs up in that area. There's really nothing to do there, but
Right.
my mom works for this little like a thrift store almost,
Yeah.
and the company that runs the store was talking about having some sort of event, so they do like a little fundraiser thing for them.
Oh, cool. Right on.
Depending, I'm waiting to hear back from them. It's
Right.
very scattered.
Yeah, kind of up in the air.
Yeah.
Is the Billy Joel Elton John thing a done deal? Is that you
It's
booked?
booked,
or?
yeah.
Well,
I got
okay.
flights.
Where? Oh, geez, that's good. Yeah, you got some. Dude, that's an entertainer. But I got flights. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Good for you.
No paycheck yet,
Yeah,
but
yeah, but flights.
I'm going
If they
somewhere.
spend money on you already, that's a good sign. That means they want you.
yeah.
That's good. That's better than just let's talk about a date and put a pin in it and all other crap.
It was funny. The guy I'm working with, he was talking to the woman who booked it, and it's for some arts organization in Fairfield, I think. And he said she saw some videos of you online. She's like, is Patrick gonna dress up? So, no, I figured I'd show up naked.
Yeah.
Play piano man with my
Yeah, with everything hanging out. Well, that'll be cool. Well, good, man. That's good.
I'm trying to do a bunch of different things. I've been doing writing and recording and like original stuff and some video projects for people.
Yeah.
We can ride it together, making love with each other. Islands in the stream, that is what we are. No one in between. How can we be wrong? Sail away with me to another world, and we rely on each other. From one lover to another.
That's good.
That's all I got.
That's good. I'm going to delete this video as soon as possible. Well, you did the theme song to the show, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the theme song.
I got to kind of clean it up a little bit. I think they sound a little muddy, but
Yeah, you know what?
That's
Because
okay.
I texted you about it. I want to do something really short at the beginning, like
Yeah.
really fast. And then I like the version you have, the full version you have that I'll use for the ad and for the end. And then the very end where you go, total Schmidt Show. I mean, that all worked out good. And the guitar was a nice add to it, too. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So it was good. So are you doing, well, that's cool, dude. You're doing some original stuff, man. That's
I'm
very
trying.
cool.
So
Yeah.
It's more like passion project. On a day off, I don't want to do music for a living and then
Yeah, right.
you're going to sit and do music for fun on your day off.
Yeah.
That's where I go back to watching NCIS.
Yeah, right. That's why my daughter didn't go into cooking for work.
Really?
She loves cooking. She loves baking. I go, maybe you should get that as a job. And she's like, absolutely not. I go, why? She goes, it'll ruin it. It'll
Yeah.
ruin it for me. I'm like,
It's
"Oh."
true. That's why I have to find the different avenues. Like
Yeah.
even the piano bar thing is, for me, it's more of a release because I get to pick on people,
Sure.
but it's not so personal. Like sitting writing music is more personal, I think.
Yeah,
For me,
yeah.
at least, as long as it's not a parody or a stupid song. I'm trying to write serious stuff.
Right.
It's more like I can sit and do this and enjoy it myself and not have to worry about who the fuck Alice is.
What, the piano bar?
Yeah.
Well, it's such an in-the-moment thing.
Right.
It's a total release. It's the same way. And again, you know what? Stand-ups kind of take it. It's the same thing with the stand-up. Our best time is on stage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The traveling and the writing. And like, my worst time is writing new material and then trying new material. And then because it doesn't work, and I'm like, stupid. I get mad at myself. You know what I mean? Because you put a lot of work, you put a lot of work into it. So when you get to do it, sometimes I just go, I'm going to just do it an hour and crush. I'm just going to do a great show. Mess with the crowd, have fun. And they're the best. They're the best time. But to grow, there's little bits of you doing stuff.
Yeah.
But that's the torture part of the artist. You know what I mean? That's the hard part.
Yeah, and then you come up with something you think is great,
Yeah.
and everyone sits there and stares.
And it's not. It's so frustrating. I get so mad. I'm like, oh, that's brilliant. That's not just funny. It's brilliant. Yeah, angry.
with the dueling thing, I'll be sitting across from my partner. They're playing a song, and I'm thinking, okay, I got this request next. You know what would work really well in that song? If I change this word to this,
Yeah.
and then I do it, and everyone's just like,
That's even worse because it's in the moment.
And
You're trying to get a reaction out of the
you
crowd.
built
Right?
this up in your head, this reaction you expect. And everyone's just like, I get another drink.
Yeah.
This guy
Dude,
sucks.
Dude, I tell people all expectation will kill you, man. It's like
Yeah.
never try to. It's like you have to expect stuff, but you can't expect too much.
Right.
Otherwise, you're miserable while you're performing the whole time.
I've gotten to the point now where if I think of something that I think is funny, I don't say it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why? Because you don't want to get the negative.
Yeah, because it's been so many times I'm like, this is great, no reaction, and then it's like, forget it. It'll come around again at some point.
See, I always throw it out and they go. Okay, all right, mate, just me. All right, then okay, maybe not. Then maybe not. But you're right. As far as stand-up, you only get so many of those.
Yeah.
In a show, you know what I mean? I get maybe 2 or 3 of those,
Right.
and they kind of make them work in the act. But any more than that, it's obvious that you're.
I feel like stand-up's got to be harder with that because it's all your own material. You're not doing someone else's song.
Yeah.
You change something around, and it's all coming from you.
No, it is. I think it totally. Like I think about that when I see soloists and singers and stuff up there. Like they'll do a Neil Diamond show, and I go, that's great. I go, but
Yeah.
it's Neil Diamond. I
Right.
mean, good for you. But I get an hour of stuff that I wrote for the last 30 years or whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean? I put my heart in. This is a real story about my children that meant something that I made funny in.
No. Sing Sweet Caroline.
Yeah. Screw you and your
We don't want to
kids.
hear that shit.
No. Piano Man. We don't care about your life. That's why sometimes I say that. I say, screw you and your life, bad boy.
That was
Tough
always
joke.
my favorite thing on a ship with setting up the first night of the cruise. Someone would walk in. Oh, you have to play Sweet Caroline. No, you can leave.
Yeah, get out.
Bye.
Get out. Get out.
I do everything in my power not to.
Well, did I tell you? I don't know if I told you a story. I was working with a guy. His name is Robert. I can't remember his last name off the top of my head. He's an actor out of New York, but he does a Neil Diamond tribute show, and he's really good. He sounds. I mean, he's fantastic. So he comes out and does the opening song, and he's crushing. He's doing a good job. He's like, "We're going to do all the hits. We're going to do a lot of." He goes, "Name any Neil Diamond song, and I'll do it for you." And somebody screams out "Sweet Caroline." He's like, "We'll get to that." Like for the second song, and I just laughed. I mean, I laughed really hard in the third row. I'm like, "Oh my god." I go, why would you not think he's going to bust it out second and go, you're right, let's do Sweet Caroline. Let's do it now.
Let's do it again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do it at the end.
Yeah, let's do it first, be a beginning, middle, and end. Let's
Yeah.
do it a couple times. One more time. God, I used to see somebody used to do that. They used to do it a couple of times a night. I always hated that. You know? I was like,
That was always one of my things was, at least on the ship, was to not do a song twice in a night.
Right.
Because these people have been sitting here all night. They heard it once.
Right.
And then just because you're coming in 3 hours into the show.
Yeah. Those people should almost be rewarded for staying all night.
Yeah.
They get to see original or new stuff.
Yeah.
Different songs. You don't get to come in and punch the jukebox.
Right.
And you, like a monkey,
And just
perform whatever they want, you know.
Yeah, bark at you like you're Alexa.
Yeah, right. And there's another, like, yeah. Well, you know what we get sometimes now, comics get a lot, is constantly, is like, and it's, I'm not a big fan of roasts. I'm just not. I mean, I'll watch them sometimes, and I think they're kind of funny. Sometimes I see some good stuff, but I don't want to do one. I don't want to be in one, and I don't want to be a part of one. And it's no disrespect. It's just not my thing.
Gotcha.
But when you're on stage, a lot of the younger, like when you check social media, there's so much roast stuff now. People go,
Yeah.
I've had people go, you need to roast him. I go, no, I don't need to roast him. I don't. It's not what I
He's gonna
do.
roast himself.
Yeah,
He's by sitting there talking.
Yeah, he's just doing it. I don't have to do any work actually, or none.
I found you can get the point across more just by giving a weird look sometimes.
Oh yeah.
If you get the jackass in the front row or wherever acting like a jackass, you don't have to say anything to him. You just
Plus, it's so easy and you're the same way because our performance styles are similar in this way that we're likable. You know what I mean? There's a lot of likability there.
Right.
So it's easy to flip the crowd around against a guy like that if he's there to heckle and be a jerk.
Right.
Like other people want to be part of the show and that's fun. But when people come in and say, well, you suck, or they'll get aggressive, you'll be like, well, dude, you can almost play hurt. Like, really? And then turn the crowd on them like that. And then you win immediately. You immediately win.
turn and say, thanks, Mom.
Thanks for the flashback to my childhood. I really appreciate that.
This is why I'm in therapy.
Do you know my father? That's hilarious.
Get a real job.
So how much room is in this place now? Tonight is dueling pianos, right?
Yeah.
And how many people? A big room, small room? I haven't been under seat yet.
It's kind of small.
Oh, good.
It's set up interestingly too. There's tables. We're stuck between two. There's tables. we're stuck between two poles.
The way they have tables, that's weird.
Yeah, I know. You don't have to stand.
Are you sure? I don't want to get yelled at in this place now. Come walking in. Hey! What?
Bring your own chair.
Yeah. Bring my own foldable.
Yeah, it's interesting because there's certain parts of the room where people can't see. Like there's tables behind a couple of poles. And, the sound system's good.
Oh, good. Right on.
So you get
Oh, thank God.
it. Yeah. Yeah, some of the places I played at lately are just
Really? Like even in Vegas?
Yeah.
I could see that, I guess, with some smaller, maybe off strip places, but
Yeah.
man, that's
So
such,
even on the strip, yeah.
that's so the most important thing. How do you miss
You
the
think.
beat on that? You know what I mean?
But it's because stuff gets old and people don't replace stuff.
Right. Nobody wants to replace it.
It's a pain in the ass.
Well, the ships go through that stuff till they go in dry dock.
Yeah.
How old are those boards, man? You know, and those, you look at that board like, geez, what is
Yeah.
that? An 8-track slot?
It's an RCA.
Is that a reel-to-reel thing? I don't. All right, hang on. I'll crank it while we're. Yeah. Some of the new stuff, though, dude.
I'm just having flashbacks to
I know, dude.
equipment malfunctions.
Oh,
on ships. I replaced a soundboard one night with the tech. We were drunk, went up to the bar, and it's like, yeah, I got this nice board in the closet. No one's using it. You can. So we swap it out. Get this nice monitor mix, which the other board didn't have. Just little tiny Yamaha thing, and this other one was, overkill for a piano bar, but
Right, like a rock concert.
but it
Yeah.
had what I needed.
Right.
So we get it all dialed in. I go in the next night, fucking board's gone.
Oh no!
The
They trade the company.
technician manager or whatever. They needed this for this other club. Oh, it's been sitting in the closet for a month. Okay.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah. Now that we started using it, okay, give me my
They take it out.
reel back.
Well, that's funny. They always take the best stuff. Like
Yeah.
the old running joke with us with the comics, we got these cabins for a while. They gave us these new TVs. We had these big TVs, and then after a while, you come in and the TV was gone. He had this little TV. You're like, and what happens is the stewards take the TVs and
Oh,
they put the
geez.
small ones in there,
Yeah.
or the tech guys to flip them out. You know what I mean? That's just.
Right.
I mean, what do? You're there for 4 days. You know what I mean? They don't, and I get it. Almost, I'm like, I don't care. I'm one of those guys. I don't need a big TV for 4 or 5 days. You need it for 8 months. You should have a big TV.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you get them mounted on the walls. Some people get those little projectors.
Yeah. Dude, Nagel's got that. Nagel's got a great setup. Where it's
Really?
there's a whole movie thing, where it's just this little thing, bam, up on the wall, and you can watch he watches everything on there.
The way your heart beats, you pulled that one out quick. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. It's so fine in your mind. Yeah, it's strong. Yeah, you made me bold, but you made me feel. Yeah, you made me feel shiny and new, like a virgin. Touch
It's easier.
I found my first contract on Carnival. I brought 2 suitcases, a backpack, I think a duffel bag, and I realized I didn't use most of that shit.
Yeah, what?
I didn't use most of the
Right.
stuff I brought.
Yeah.
So I just started traveling with my backpack.
Right.
And now even when I go on long trips, I take my backpack, and everyone's like, "That's it? That's all you're
Wow,
bringing?"
you pull up just a backpack? Good for you, bro.
Mostly, yeah. 'Cause if I'm going for work and they have the keyboard and stuff, I just bring my mic.
This next run I'm doing, I'm bringing it back. I'm not checking, because I've been checking it back because I bring some audio stuff with me, And then I bring, like some of the ships I do celebrity, and sometimes it's difficult to get laundry, so I'll bring enough laundry or whatever.
Right.
But and then there's other stuff I put in there. But this next 6-week run, I'm packing tight, like real tight, because I don't want to check it back.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna be on so many planes and stuff, and I don't want half the time I won't unpack. I'll be like, I'll just sit there and go, all right, I'll just leave my stuff in here.
When I left the Mardi Gras, because I drove to the port, I had a backpack, suitcase, guitar, keyboard. And then when I left, I was hungover as shit the day I left.
Yeah.
And I'm walking through customs, like, with 500 pounds of shit over my shoulder.
Yeah, dude. It's the worst, man. Like, I can only imagine yesterday if I was carrying a lot of stuff. I can't
Yeah.
mention my day yesterday. So.
Yeah.
I was running around through ports and stuff. Like even the backpack, I got too much crap in the backpack. Where I'm like, this is too heavy. I don't be carrying this heavy backpack with me.
Yeah, when it starts sticking out,
Yeah.
it's what all do you actually need in there that?
Yeah. Well, some of it is for convenience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You think I want this charger, I want this port, and then another thing is I don't want to have to go out and buy something.
Right.
I'll be like, oh crap, I need a hard drive, or I need an adapter or something. Like I got an adapter for every country in the world that I go to, power wise. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Smart.
one time I don't. I'm in an airport. And I go, and you know the airports, they're like, give me an adapter. And they're like, that's $27.50.
Right.
You're like, for an adapter? Like, and they're like, yeah. Like, and the thing I forgot a few times is phone chargers, dude. I left
Yeah.
one time I forgot my phone charger, and I flew into New York, and it was the hotel that they used to put you up in, at Carnival used to put you up near the airport. The one there, I can't remember that area, but it's the same hotel that we all used to stay at. But they have a little bitty gift shop, and I go, I don't have a choice. I got to go in here. And I'm like, how much for the power cord? And he's like, it's $30. I go, you got to be kidding me, $30. He's like, yeah, okay, well.
Don't know what to tell you. And it's a cheap piece of plastic.
Yeah, it's right, and it's like a 3-foot cord. You know, it's not even like a 6-foot cord.
You
you know, you could be standing next. You gotta be standing. You know what I mean? Yeah, but you gotta like some of them. The more you need the stuff, the more they charge for it. It's the worst. Man.
Of course, well, it's supply and demand.
Yeah, of course, and they got you nailed. They know they got you nailed.
Yeah.
And I even looked around the area. I'm like, because then a lot of times you're getting in late. I get in at 9 or 10 at night. Nothing's open, you know. And then I got to be in the ship in the morning. I go, well, I'm totally stuck now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they know that.
Uber to some random ass.
Like a Best Buy.
Yeah.
Because it's cheaper to Uber to Best Buy and get an adapter than it is to buy. You know.
Cheaper to Uber to Radio Shack.
Yeah. the one Radio Shack that's still open in the world.
I saw one a couple of years ago up in Maine. It's like, how?
I don't know if they're around at all anymore, are they?
Oh, Google it quick.
Google it. I know Fry's closed. Like most of the Fry's closed, and that store was great. I thought that was better than Best Buy.
Radio Shack. Operates primarily online.
Yeah, right. That makes sense.
But it says 500 independently owned Radio Shack stores still in operation.
All right, man.
Damn.
Okay, good for them.
Go need to get a. Remember, I got a little this terrible little computer microphone like 20 years ago.
Right.
It was only like $5, but it's like it was made out of tinfoil from Radio Shack.
I forgot that store. They only had, it was a small store. They didn't have a lot of stuff. Well, geez, I mean, look how much it's changed technology-wise since then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a million different. I mean, hard drives for one. I go a lot of different not a lot of different external hard drives I go through. You know what I mean? Back then, there weren't even, external hard drives were huge. First of all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You had to plug them in, like power source.
Yeah, you needed a power source. There was no
Yeah.
phantom power or whatever.
And then you have to have one for your, all your, like Word files.
Right.
One for movies.
Well, the music and videos and stuff. Yeah,
one
right.
for porn.
Right. Dude, if you got one for porn, you definitely have a porn problem. Thank God porn's online now. You don't have to worry
Right.
about that stuff.
And Twitter.
Yeah.
Or X,
Yeah. Oh,
whatever it
dude,
is.
Twitter's fucking horrible right now. Or it's intense. There's a couple videos I've seen. Just all you gotta do is go click the wrong thread, and you go down a rabbit hole, and you're like, oh my God, how is this on here? Like you don't need RedTube or any club
What is
membership.
that guy doing?
Yeah. Forget
That
OnlyFans. Look at this.
Poor donkey.
Yeah. This is a 4-minute video. It's ridiculous. And no guy needs a 4-minute video, by the way. You just need,
By the way, if you're going on a cruise, there's your loophole. Get the social media package.
Yeah, get the social media package. It's worth it. It's well worth it. All right, man. Let's wrap this up. This was good. I'm glad I carried all my shit over here and I couldn't park. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, so sorry.
No, that's fine, dude. This is going to be a good night. I've been looking forward to this for a while.
Yeah, it should be a good crowd tonight, too.
Good.
Get
Right on.
some of the X Games
All right, man.
people doing kick flips on their skateboards.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Hopefully nobody gets hurt. Dude, into the camera.
Somebody does.
Do whatever you want to do. So hopefully someone does. Maybe I'll have it on footage. That'll be my viral video. That'll be the one that makes me. Did you see the video? Did you see that podcast between Lenny and Patrick? Was it good? I don't know, but some guy broke his neck nine places. He did a double flip.
Tony Hawk broke his neck singing.
Yeah, I got the only footage. I'm like, I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm the new Hot Tui guy.
That's such a great bit for changing lyrics in songs now. I'm
Oh,
so
yeah.
glad she did that.
Oh, isn't that great? Look how many times you can throw that in now. That's
I want to
perfect.
meet her one day.
Yeah. Dude, I'm really happy for her that she, first of all, she did something. I'm glad. I heard she's making money off it, which I think is
Yeah.
great. Thank God that she
Well,
was
she
able
lost
to.
her job.
Yeah. Oh, did she?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you read shit online. I heard she was a preschool teacher. And they fired her for
Well,
that.
she's fine now because if she's getting a chunk of the merch, I hope she copyrighted it. She did put a TikTok video out saying that she needed someone that was in finance. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So hopefully she's getting a piece, and someone didn't just steal this from under her.
Yeah.
I understand she's making money on it.
That's
So
cool.
I'm really happy for her. I'm like, first of all, I think it's cool, and she didn't have to go through OnlyFans.
right.
Like, I see so many of these young girls on OnlyFans, and I'm like, I guess if you want to, you do what you want in your life, but some of these girls in their early 20s on OnlyFans, I'm, God, 20 years from now, you're
Well, now I know what you're watching all day.
No, I'm not on any OnlyFans. I watch a lot of stuff online, but I never sign up for OnlyFans or any of it. But I know all these OnlyFans stars because they come on Insta. They're also on Insta,
Yeah.
and they try to feed you in.
Mhm.
So, and they brag about how much money they make, and I'm like, God, I hope 25 years from now you're not miserable or embarrassed or mentally messed up
Yeah.
or whatever. It's this generation's porn. Like when you were young, but it's bigger
Yeah.
because more people can do it. They can do it from home, and more people have access to it though.
Right.
And also, it really never goes away. Like some of those old porn stars, they look back at that work and they're miserable, but they can't get rid of the porn.
Right.
Like Tracy Lords for years, I think she got rid of hers because she was a minor.
Oh,
That's why she was able to get most of it offline because most of it
Jesus.
she was a minor. Yeah,
This took a dark turn.
yeah, I know, right? It's got really dark. But yeah, at the end, because there was a ton of stuff of her out there, but then it came out that she was under 18, so they had to take all this. Anyone that puts it up, you can get arrested for it. It's an FBI
Yeah.
federal offense. But any of these young girls that are in porn, I'm looking at this going, God, I mean, the OnlyFans thing especially is just, I don't know, man. I hope they're gonna. I have two daughters, bro, and I'm
Right.
really happy they're not. You know, they're even on Instagram. They're real picky about what they do, and they look at the OnlyFans phenomenon, and they're like, why would you do that? You know, why would you do this? And I'm like, I'm kind of grateful my daughters feel that way. You know,
That's good.
yeah.
I tell them to stick to foot pictures, and that's it.
See, the foot thing isn't bad because nobody sees you. Nobody knows who you are.
Yeah.
And there is a market. From what I've heard, there's a foot market, which is one of the grossest things I've ever heard.
Yeah.
But, I'm not going to begrudge
Not
anybody.
my market.
Yeah, it's not my market. I'm not going to tell you how I know there's a market, but there's a market.
Yeah.
Dude, anything you want to plug social media-wise to the camera?
Come see me in Vegas. Play at New York every Sunday, and then PatrickDuffyMusic.com. I update my schedule regularly, so come check me out somewhere.
Perfect. Thank you, buddy. Well, have a good night. This will be good. Thanks.
Hell yeah.
You're still watching? That's amazing. Nobody does that. Nobody, but you did. That means you want more. Pick one of these clips. Go for it. I dare you. Hey, also follow one of those social media thingies.